swear. But yeah, what up, though? Think and Reflect Podcast Show with your boy Ricky D. That's R-I-C-C-I. C for the K, I for the Y. Ricky D. Ricky D. What up, though? I know y'all miss me, man. I be occupied sometimes. I be over exhilarated. I be excuses. I'm here though. God willing. You know, if you're listening, I hope you having a wonderful and beautiful day, or your moment is going the way you want it right now. But you can always still leave in the comment, DM, text to voice your opinion. But make sure you download the Spreaker app so you can get live notifications for when we go live or new episodes. That's the Think and Reflect Podcast Show on Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and other streaming platforms. But you need to download that Spreaker app so you can get the notifications. But what's going on though? What's going on? Ownership, and see how I owned up. You gotta know how to own up, man. Just own up to it. That's all. You know, because the decision and the choice, 90. So I'm gonna give it 97%. 97% of the chance of the time is your choice. So yeah, that's today's show. When I get to talking a little later, ownership, admittance, and accountability. Them some strong words. Them some strong words. Admittance, admittance, and accountability. Ownership, most important. Ownership is kind of more, the, it's like the king of them all. Accountability, no, you know what? Because accountability gets you the ownership because you got to be accountable first. Then, when you learn to admit and own up, man, it ain't nothing but until it's your time, it ain't nothing but up. Because you always getting better. Like I probably done told you all before, you know, when talk to my children, I tell them, I tell most people though, you know, get up with a purpose. Sometimes it might be hard, it might be tough because of what might have happened the day before or what you might even be having to go through. Like I just told people, my man, Lil Show, he gave me this quote. You know, you grow through what you go through, man. So, and then like my one guy, he made a caption today that said about how you never know how to succeed until you fail. So, you know, that's powerful. Shout out to my man Young Teasy at Young Teasy. He on his working the mogul steps. But yeah, the Think and Reflect podcast show. And I want to apologize to y'all for not being there last week. But I hope if you did tune in or listen to because I didn't go live. I'm so used to going live. It's like I got to get it adjusted to this pre-recording because I just wanted to be. The more I do it, the more it's fun, but then I don't want to take it as a joke. You know, choice of words are important. I don't want to, because a joke might be too deep. I just don't want to play with it no more. Like, I want to give it some attention, some real attention. I know I've been saying it, and then for y'all, the beginners, y'all know I've been Think and Reflect is almost 4 years old, but I've been kind of consistent with. In the last year, I probably did a good job. The pandemic is what really kind of made me get into it. I know I'm a little bit off track, but yeah, I apologize. I ain't even off track, but just talking about the show, you know, it's some. I went to broadcasting school, so it was something I I was gonna probably get into anyway, regardless of how. But just the fact of the power of the internet, what they call it, man, I used to when I was gone, it was the Internet of the Things. Like I almost might need to get all the way, like pull out the information that I had. Some of the laws and the rules then changed a little bit, the concepts, but the foundation of the Internet of Things is still the same because it's the foundation. Anything is the foundation is the heart, basically. And that's, I ain't even gonna jump there. I'm gonna say something for y'all. Yeah, though. But, yeah, the last show I was talking about AI. Let me get back to that. That's how I kind of winged off because I was asking y'all to listen, or if you did you enjoy what I had to say? It was informational. I ain't really going in on it, but just what I gave, I feel like was helpful. So I hope it gives a person like a little bit more understanding. Cause the AI stuff, unless somebody come through and conquer our government, or cause in the government that's just the biggest level of corporation when it comes to a country or a land. They did this over the years because once upon a time, I guess we was just running around. Oh, I like this part right here. I'm gonna build me. So it's a lot to it, and it's more than conspiracy. It's just actual history. So yeah, that's another topic. But that's something I might talk about. But that AI is here, man. It's here. The digital money. Um, you might be able to play with the paper money for a while because, and then I was discussing with one of my friends, associates, past, like we, but anyhow, they made a statement, a comment. They was like, we don't want to use the word statement because statement from where I come from is not a good thing. But yeah, um, a comment was made, but it made sense too. It was like the country is built off of crime, so somehow, some way, they're still gonna need the black market. That's another story too. Let me write this down. This one thing I love, I'm gonna get a couple of shows already lined up. Yep, I'm gonna get my shows running. Okay, we got the black market, and then what was the last one? It'll come back to mind. But yeah, let me get y'all this. Let me just take a break. Pay make a couple dollars. Let me say it like that. They say you're speaking into an existence, so pay a couple dollars. We back. Yeah, though. So I can't think of that. If it pop up, I'm writing down. But if y'all listen to this and y'all remember what it was, I'm gonna listen to it again too. But before I go any further, I should have started the show off. I want to give my praises and honors to the family. It's every family that done lost somebody, but in the entertainment world, Tina Turner just passed yesterday, and we lost Jim Brown recently. I was gonna do the show because my show last week I was gonna talk about Ja, and just people, athletes, pro athletes that then kind of ridiculed their careers. I could kind of say I threw my career away too early. Like I ain't even get a chance to get to the money. At least he got to the money. But and I don't really like money. It's a tool. I just look at it as a tool. But it's also creates like character flaws. Like whoever created the concept of money or currency, they was thinking just like the person who created the credit card. They was on the banks. Oh, that's another topic too. I'm about to okay banks. Yeah, what up, though? Thinking, see, this is the Think and Reflect podcast show. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at TNRP Show, Facebook and Twitter. We on TikTok. Yeah, follow us, but make sure you visit the website. Are we looking for some bloggers too? Cause it's a way. Is we getting some number? The numbers getting up. So if you wanna, if you're into the media world, you can still have your own platform, but you can become a Think and Reflect affiliate, you know, and boom, boom, depending on what come through, you know, hey. But that's another story. Send the DM to Ricky D dot underscore on Instagram or Ricky D Calhoun on Facebook. Or you could text 440-370-2996. But yeah, Tina Turner, um, my man Jimmy Brown, the Browns got to go in this year. See, I'm a Browns fanatic. Y'all probably like how you a Browns fanatic for you new listener. The color scheme work. I was thinking about refreshing it and rebranding. I might do some cleaning up on some of my the logos, but my cousin passed away like a year and a half, October 21, and she is still a fan. So in tribute to her, it's gonna stay black and yellow. So you that think I'm not a Browns fan, me and her probably be talking smack right now because the Browns have been putting something together. I always got faith, even when they failed me. But that's another story because now we starting the season with a legitimate quarterback. They done went and added pieces. I know I'm off topic again, but yeah, them Browns, because we talking about my man Jim Brown, so I ain't off topic. Deshaun, he was a PR hit. I hope the man more innocent than, the media portrayed him. But and some of them women threw themselves off. They messed up. But on another topic, I'm always giving y'all a holiday of the day. It's a few of them. I usually give y'all a couple if it's more than one, but I'm going to just pick the one I think is appropriate. I don't want to say appropriate, but more important. So today is National Missing Children Day. And growing up, I don't know if they do. I gotta pay attention, but they just throw them in like the paper, the mailers. They used to have them on the milk cartons and everything, the missing children. But I guess it's more like they done got more creative with it. So, are you looking to promote to the Cleveland, Ohio area? Well, BeHereCleveland.com is where it's at. Packages starting at $19.99 a month. Or register with your email and get a free business listing. BeHereCleveland.com, where it's at. What up, though? Yeah, yeah, but last segment, that boy was talking about R. Kelly still a king. But anyhow, who gonna be the king of the NBA this year? So far, we got Denver waiting. I'm salty because I wanted to see my boy LeBron. And I ain't truly a Laker fan, but I kind of always liked the Lakers because I'm a Magic. I come up in the Magic era when they had Magic, Kareem. That's like, but I was truly a Cavs fan. I'm always, as long as my city has that professional team, I'm down for it. Win, lose, or die. You did? But yeah, um, the Heat and the Celtics, the Heat surprised. You know, the Heat surprising people, but they going in. They going in. The Celtics, man, they better play ball because if not, you might as well not even play hard the other night. You did? So you got to go all in. Go all in. Y'all got to play. Because I thought it was going to be a Lakers versus Celtics type of NBA Finals. That would have been a classic. Man, they could have, they could have sold that. But you know what it is? It's something about Denver, man. Denver just got a balance. They team just, that boy Jokic, that boy cold. I don't care what nobody say. Ooh-wee. You know what? I always kind of, now I'm thinking about it, he ain't nothing but a souped up, but he ain't too souped up. But if you old enough or if you're a historian of basketball, um, Adrunas Sabonis, I think his name was, but he was the center for Portland. That's who Jokic is, but souped up. Like he could pass, he could shoot, he could rebound. Man, the boy do everything, and he do it when he whenever he want to do it. That he do it whenever he want to do it. I'm about to pass right now. I'm about to get all rebounds. I'm about to score. That's how that guy be going in. Yeah, Jokers be going in. Yeah, but they wait. You got the Heat waiting on the Celtics, and the Heat to play the Celtics, and they got Denver Nuggets waiting on them. But yeah, man, that's what is going on. But I'm about to hurry on ahead and start getting into this topic of the day. But before I do that, I'm gonna give y'all a fun fact. Did you know octopuses have three hearts? Speaking of octopuses, I do Uber. Like that's I do Uber. I got my clothing line. Like Uber is if if you can, because you can have the time. That's one of the reasons. Like Uber, any of that gig work stuff. Like it's something good to do. Because I know when the pandemic first hit and they was making everybody be in the house. Like I wasn't doing Uber, but I bet you the people doing Uber was out. It was only people, the gig workers outside. I'm talking about the freeway used to be like, because I used to do this. It was called Deliver That. Excuse me. It's a company that middleman's through Easy Cater. So you be doing catering orders. Man, I'm talking about, I'm from Cleveland, so I might shoot to Akron. I'm talking about the whole ride to Akron. It's probably only three phone cars on the road. I'm like, you just cruising the whole way. You la la. It was la la land. Like you just the whole way. Like, but yeah, them gig worker jobs, man. I got, man. My phone is loaded with it. You ain't got to always do it. Just do it sometimes to keep it alive. I got the grub. DoorDash played me. That was the first one I ever did, but I used to forget people drinks. So, because of my background, I'm gonna speak on that in the segment too, talk because I got a history, but it took me a minute, but yeah, once I was able to do the Uber driving, I'm like, oh, let's go. I say, cause you know you- that's easy money, and you can cut it on and off when you want to. See, like the grub subs and the other stuff, you gotta get in, go get it. You know, it's a process, but it's part of the hustle. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to really make it, cause I ain't rich. I know I'm working on being wealthy. But I'm all Warren Buffett always still trying. That's how I tell people. Warren Buffett, all them old dudes, they still be trying to figure out how to make another buck. So you can't think you just got it made. Like, I bet you it's people that own homes that probably still do Uber. Because once you understand Uber, and then if you doing something outside of just doing Uber, like I'm getting a little bit off top, but because I'm talking, I meant to tell you about the tablet thing. It's through a company called Octopus, but the gig working. I'm gonna just go on and roll this over into the segment: ownership, admittance, and accountability. It's the Think and Reflect segment with your boy Ricky D. Don't forget to follow me. You like that? I be thinking I still can rap even though I never rap. How you think about that? Yeah. Y'all ready? It's the Think and Reflect segment. We're about to be talking about ownership, admittance, and accountability. Oh, like I was saying earlier, dang, I forgot it's cut the grass season. But yeah, um, so what I want to talk about is cause all this stuff just play out in so much of a important way. Like accountability, like my past history. Like I done been in trouble a lot. I've been getting in trouble, man. Well, I ain't got in trouble in down there over since 2012. You get You know what? I ain't gonna say that because I had a mishap when I came home. But it was just my old habits, you know what I'm saying? Mean green. Yeah. But yeah, the mittens, ownership, and accountability, them are some important things that we need to learn to put in our what shall I say, plan of or effect. But yeah, accountability. I always accepted my accountability. You got, like when I came home, one of the homies was like, he said, you ain't go to trial. He really don't know I was gonna go to trial. My mama talked me out of it because the lawyer just kept saying people gonna tell him, people telling, they gonna tell, they gonna tell. It's like it was so many people telling. It was 98 people total. 72 went fed, and 60 out of them 72 cooperated. I wasn't one of them. Because even though I didn't actually get caught, I knew what I was doing. Yeah, I was mad. I still be mad sometimes. But I don't just be mad. But it'd be like, dang, man, because who it was. Most of the people that was on our case was all from childhood friends. 75% of the people on the case, at least 75% were grew up or watched them grow up or looked up to. And everybody just was like, oh yeah, I know him. I know you. Yeah, of course you know me, but you don't supposed to know me like that. You know what? My lawyer used to be on me and yeah, da, 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 da. I'm like, man, listen here. I know some people because I went to school, but I never seen pictures, none of that. People, that's when I started thinking people was fishy. People come back like, yeah, they was showing me pictures of this and that. But just because they show you pictures still don't mean you gotta cooperate. Because I had another situation where I seen, you know, no, I don't know. But yeah, man, you need to. That's like the if you in that world. But even if you in another world, the world I'm living in now, accountability, relationships, that's another place where you need to have ownership and admittance and accountability. You can't always like think or try to find the wrong in the other person. You know, you gotta be able to take ownership, man. The word ownership, admit, dang, I was wrong. That's being accountable. That's taking ownership. That's even in the workplace. You mess up, man. Because unless somebody got a gun to your head making you do something, and that's still not an excuse. That's still not a good reason to not take ownership or accountability. And then you got these man, it's just this is a deep subject right here, man. I could go in so many directions with it, but the only thing we can do is take it on, accept it, like grow. Purpose. You got to have that purpose, man. You got to wake up with purpose. If you wake up with purpose, you're gonna take ownership. You're gonna know how to admit because that's the only way to grow. And it's hard. It's hard out here, especially when you got habits. But as long as you breathing, you got an opportunity. That's all. You get up, strive to be your best, so you're gonna always be better. because you striving to be your best. Even if you ain't reached what you was trying to achieve, you put in the steps. So in the process of taking them steps, you learn. And you learn because you was trying to be better. You know? But only people really do that is people that are know how to admit, they take ownership, and they accountable. But getting back to my situation with the man, a lot of people didn't want to take ownership because if the original people would have took ownership, man, it would have been different outcome. But I do believe everything happened for a reason because I met some important people in there. I learned some important things, you know, and in my previous okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with the how the Ja Morant and the dude ain't wasn't accountable for himself because he turned around and was doing it again. Like he threw his career away because he wasn't being accountable or he ain't admit. That's like when I was young. I was 15. I got jumped. The day I got jumped, I probably done told this before. I got jumped the day I was named the starting quarterback for my JV high school team. If you the quarterback on any, that's another story. But my chances of getting somewhere being a quarterback were higher because you're always being watched. And then most likely the quarterback, the safety, or the linebacker. Yeah, so, accountability, man. Like ownership in the office place, corporate world. Just being able, it's a character flaw if you can't do it. Like, don't go around trying to find, like, even if somebody else does make a bad decision or plays a part of the problem, you still gotta take ownership, or especially if when it's you the problem. But when ownership is you being able to see where you might have went wrong. So when you do maybe present the problem, taking ownership, admitting your role, you're able to delegate or communicate the message better. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't really want to go too deep, man. I just want whoever hearing this to know ownership, admittance, and accountability are some important character traits to polish up on if you are not the one or the type who does it. Like if being able to admit and own up, and because ownership is a lot too. Like I could use ownership as a way of establishing businesses, but to be able to get to that level to even do that and have that type of ownership, unless you just come across money, you got to have some type of accountability about yourself, admit where you can go wrong so you can correct it, and then you can create that whatever system to make the solution, which is what any business usually is a solution to a problem. Then you create ownership. So that's another form of ownership. That's not the ownership that I'm really referencing to. I'm talking about ownership as in when you do something wrong, own up to it. When you just own up to it, have accountability, be accessible. And it's crazy. I was scrolling Instagram earlier, so bringing up the relationship part, you know, it was like He was talking about women because more likely it's usually the woman who don't never want to take accountability in relationships, and it has to be normal because it was crazy. But you come across a few males, but most males own up to but unless they the little thing, the little things be the little sneaky things. But yeah, man, I just know, think I want y'all to think and reflect on that, man. You can still voice your opinion because I will go live sometimes, but you can always listen in every Thursday at 2 p.m. Download the Spreaker app so you get the notifications for new episodes or live shows. But you can always listen to us on iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We looking for some bloggers for the website to keep the articles rolling in. And you know, peace, love, and happiness. Well, as my the prophets say, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Have a good day.